when we hit 40, right, we start to think, what the heck is happening to our bodies? I remember what happened to me when I was 40. Actually, I was 41. I'm a sewer. I'm a crafter kind of person. And I was threading the needle on my sewing machine, and I couldn't see it. It was all blurry. And I realized that, oh my gosh, something's happening to my vision. And I've always had amazing, like better than 20/20 vision. But these things start to happen when we get older, over the age of 40. It just happens. And now I wear like two different contacts. They're both bifocals, but one is more for distance and one is more for close. It's crazy, you know? So one of the big things for us ladies is that, you know, we start to gain weight. Overall weight gain is more from just aging, but where we store that weight is more from our hormones changing, right around the middle. That happens. Our skin starts to look saggy, our eyes start to go, right? Our energy levels are in the complete dumpster. And one of the big things is water. Water is a huge factor. So we're going to do a little thing here, and I need your participation. So I want to know, number one, how much water do you drink every day? So take just a second and drop it in the comments here. Like you can put cups, ounces, you know, and no judgment. Just this is to help you guys. So just drop in the comments how much water you drink every day. Good. 64 ounces, Dawn. Pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. Dawn, have you been doing that for a long time, or is this something recent that you're doing? Because that's pretty good, 64 ounces. I like it. Come on, everybody else, give me some love. Drop it in there. So after you tell me how much you have every day, drop in just recently. Good. And Dawn, if you tell me why, I'd love to know why you started drinking recently and how you feel that you've been doing that. Differences in your body and things like that. So, all right, so now we know you're dropping in how much you drink every day. And I want you to give me a thumbs up if you think it's enough, or thumbs down if you think it's not enough. Okay, so you can give me a thumbs up and a thumbs down. Throughout the day, I just pee more, right? That happens with age too. Yeah, but you know what, Dawn, we're going to talk about that too, because if you're not drinking enough, and we're going to go through this, you're not going to pee as much. But if you're drinking a lot, you will pee, and that's really a good thing. So if you're actually even watching this on a replay, please drop your answers in. So how much do you drink every day, and do you think it's enough for your wellness, for optimizing your wellness? All right. So there are a lot of reasons why drinking enough water every day is really crucial for your health. It regulates your body temperature, right? It keeps your joints lubricated. And ladies, I know a lot of you have issues with your joints, right? I work with you every day. It helps to prevent infections. It helps to deliver nutrients to your individual cells, your skin. Drinking enough water also helps to improve your sleep quality, right? I know a lot of women who don't get really good quality sleep. And when that happens, it totally throws off your whole hormonal thing going on, because everything resets at night. And if it's not resetting while you sleep, then you're just fighting a battle from the moment you wake up. And yeah, water helps keep your skin supple. And what I've noticed with my clients is that one of the first changes I actually see in them when I start working with them is their skin. And if you can look at their before, like their initial pictures, and then like 4 weeks later, you'll see that there's this dewiness about their skin. Water, it being like one of the largest components in our body, it makes up about 60% of a woman's body weight. It's a little higher for men. It's like 70%, I think. But so that's why if you've ever had one of our in-body bioimpedance scans done at the studio, or if you use The Omron scale, 90 ounces, Sherry. Good for you. That's awesome. You're doing great. So keep listening now. Yeah, so the bioimpedance scales, we have a medical grade one at the studio that we use, but I will tell you the Omron scale that we have our clients who don't live within the vicinity of our studio, they use the Omron scale, and it's really pretty darn accurate. So what happens with bioimpedance, it actually works by measuring the ratio of water to your muscle and water to fat, right? So that's why it's really important to be hydrated properly when you do these metrics on these scales. And we always tell our clients, like, oh, you can't take your metrics after you exercise. And why is that? You can't take your metrics after you exercise because you sweat, right? You're sweating out all of this water. So if you step on the scale after you exercise, it's not going to be accurate. Okay, that makes sense. So I've done a lot of other talks about water and hydration, and we've discussed important things. And one of the things that my ladies really love and hate is that the first step in fat metabolism is hydrolysis. Fat metabolism is called lipolysis, but the first step in that process is hydrolysis, which means water. So if you don't have enough water in you, your body can't break down the fat properly. But today I'm going to talk about water specifically as it relates to our changing sex hormones. So after age like 35 to 40, right? Some women start to change, their hormones start to change around 35, but mostly it's around 40. So what happens around that age? So very succinctly, our bodies are moving away from childbearing years. So our bodies want to start to decrease the production of estrogen and progesterone so that the younger women are the ones reproducing. It's nature, okay? It stinks, but it's nature. So estrogen and progesterone, believe it or not, influence your body's hydration levels, right? Estrogen and progesterone, those both decline when you're going through perimenopause and into menopause. And when these two hormones are roller coastering, you're going to need to increase your fluid intake to stay hydrated. So this next part of my talk, I'm going to get a little scientific so that you can completely understand this. I'm going to keep it pretty simple. We have a hormone in our body called AVP, and it stands for arginine vasopressor. Okay, you don't need to know that. Just know it's AVP. And the role of this hormone is to conserve fluid in your body, right? Your body is around 60% water. So if it starts to drop below that because you're dehydrated, you're not taking in enough water, your body goes into survival mode and it wants to hold on to any water that is in your body, right? And that's what these AVP hormones do. It signals the body to hold on to water and not let any pass out through the urine. So basically, if you're hydrated by your water intake, your body holds on to any water that's there. It's hardwired survival mechanism. So this is why you can get bloated, because your body starts to produce these AVP hormones saying, hold on to all this water, right? And we hold on to it. And that's when we get all of this bloat. And in menopausal women, listen to this carefully. The AVP hormone is released earlier than in younger women due to having lower estrogen levels. So the AVP hormone is released earlier than in younger women, right? Because of the lower estrogen levels of the more mature women. So here's where this gets really important to our health. Higher concentrations of this AVP hormone, okay, so we're going to tend to release this sooner right? And if we aren't hydrated, our body's going to release more of it. And what happens is it causes your blood vessels to constrict. And this leads to higher blood pressure. You following me? And when you have the higher blood pressure, the pressure is trying to push adequate blood through a smaller channel. That's why you need more pressure, right? It's like a hose. And as you may or may not know, and I've talked about this a lot with my clients, cardiovascular disease is the #1 cause of death for women in this country. So we don't want to add insult to injury by being dehydrated, right? Drink enough water. Yeah, it's going to help with weight loss and body composition, but darn it, it's going to help keep your blood pressure, or it's not going to add to a situation where you have higher blood pressure, right? So what do? How much water should you be drinking every day? It depends. There's several factors to consider. Like one of them is if you exercise that day. I just talked about this briefly a couple minutes ago. You need to drink more water because you're sweating out water. So here's my general guideline is you want to drink half your body weight in ounces of water. So if you weigh 150 pounds, you want to try to drink 75 ounces of water a day. And if you exercise in that particular day, you want to add in another 12 to 16 ounces. And you want to drink at least half of that prior to your workout, and then the other half during your workout. So as you're sweating it out, you're replenishing it. So at this point, I have a little graph I want to show you guys. Has anyone ever said to you, you don't wait till you're thirsty to drink, because at that point, you're already significantly dehydrated? Has anybody heard that before? So this shows that if you look on the vertical side, 0 to 12, see where it says plasma ADH? ADH is the AVP, okay? It's the same thing. And if you look along the bottom, these are acceptable levels, right? So 270, 275, 280. So the blue dots that you see are your AVP levels. So as you become dehydrated, right? That's that climbing scale there. You're dehydrated for a significant amount of time before you get thirsty. So that's why it's important to keep constantly all through the day drinking so that this doesn't happen, because you're dehydrated significantly, as you can see, and you don't even know it. All right. I really hope that this serves you and that you can take a little nugget from it to serve you on your journey to your perfect vision of your life through wellness. Okay. This is what we do. We strive for our perfect life through our wellness. And there's a lot more than water and AVP and estrogen and progesterone. There's a lot more than just this to living in harmony with your hormones. That's what I believe. I believe we need to live in harmony with them. We need to understand what's going on with our bodies and stop fighting and start shaking hands with our hormones. And because of that, I recently created a guide to help women navigate these intense hormonal changes in a friendly way instead of fighting them, right? Shake hands with your hormones. I added a link here for you to download that guide for free tonight if you'd like. I'm pretty proud of it. I'm going to show you what it looks like. Let's see. It looks like this. It's called What the Heck is Happening to My Body? 6 Easy Ways to Live in Harmony with Your Hormones. So all you need to do is click that link and just give me your email address, and I will send the guide over to you. So thank you so much for joining me tonight. I super hope that this served you. If you know somebody who could benefit from this information, let's pay it forward. Let's stick together as girls. Let's help each other and share it with them, okay? Have a great night. And if you're here in the Northeast with us, with me tonight, you're looking out at this beautiful snowy evening. Stay warm, stay safe, and enjoy the beautiful scenery outside your window. Take care, everybody, and I will see you soon. And remember that you are completely and totally limitless.